everybody. Hello and welcome to Technopoly411, the show that takes technology, rates it, bakes it, and spits it out.
We'll talk about hardware, software, gadgets, and all that swanky stuff you love. So come along on our journey into geek bliss.
Similar to ignorance.
But not really at all. Hey man, that's a nice button you got there.
Hey,
so it's your birthday tomorrow, huh?
Indeed it is.
But you guys watching, by the time these guys edit this and put it on YouTube all of that, it'll be like September, October. But
My birthday's in August.
Yeah, August.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So,
just in case.
Presents should be sent. Even older.
Well,
I'm the no.
I don't
Nope,
really
not the
age on screen. You know that Michael Jackson thing? Ah! I seem to remember a movie that said, when Skynet becomes self-aware, Judgment Day will be at hand. This feels like a pretty bad sign.
Indeed, the paranoia has become reality, folks. Professors at the Tokyo University of Technology have designed and built a robot that can complete tasks and learn from experience how to better perform them for future reference.
Well, the experiments that these machines are being tested with seem mundane now, like pouring ice into a glass and then filling it with water. The potential over time could turn out to be irresponsible. As the saying goes, just because you can doesn't mean you should, Mike. Like this in the minute.
The robot genius utilizes sensory information from its surroundings, info it receives from the internet, as well as information from other robots' experiences and knowledge. In this way, it gradually becomes smarter and learns how to function on its own.
Do you not hear what you're saying? This is the beginning of the end. Mark my words, this is a turning point in history.
What is it, Nick?
Afraid of the big bad water pouring robot?
Another movie comes to mind that requires a guy to go to a city of machines to reason with the self-aware robots that feel humans have now become obsolete.
Well, we could just unplug them. It's not like they would run on solar power, start a war with humans, and then people blot out the sun thinking it would stop them.
God, save us. Save us, God! Today's Fab 5 is all about technology that didn't come out of Silicon Valley.
Silicon.
What?
It's Silicon Valley. You said Silicon Valley.
Whatever. We'll start our Fave 5 with a technological development that helps Farmer Joe with his friction problems while he's out there plowing. All right.
So that's where the Silicon Valley. You're reading it all wrong. This story is about sustainability.
Well, let me tell you, Sarah, I have no issues with sustainability.
Right. Scientists believe they can improve the fuel efficiency of farm implements by coating plow heads with a diamond-like carbon. Less friction means more speed, and more speed means less time in the field.
Leaving Farmer Joe with more cash and more time for some plowing.
A professor at the University of Connecticut has developed a means by which panes of glass can tint themselves electronically, potentially saving the eyes of millions of soldiers, steelworkers, and ski enthusiasts who are commonly subject to varying levels of light throughout the course of their day.
Great. So we already have transitions lenses, and the welders have their LCD tint shields, but now we're getting a third tint technology?
Well, the new lenses are different in that they can tint instantly, unlike transitions. And as you said, welders' shields have an LCD layer over them, which can be slow and unreliable depending on the state of the power source. It's also a binary technology, having only the states of on or off, where these new glass products are capable of tinting gradually.
For our next topic, I'd like to discuss something usually reserved for uncomfortable conversations that I'm trying to bond with my future father-in-law. Now, this is a topic I really don't know anything about. Cars.
Formula One now requires that all cars on pit lane operate under electric power. To take matters even further, the cars are actually charging while they drive along an inductive coil.
Oh, I get it. Kind of like with my touchpad. I can have it on the touchstone and still be using it, but it's charging.
Yeah, but your touchpad isn't moving across the touchstone at 45 miles per hour.
Now, as if the military wasn't already frightening enough, coming in at number 2, British defense contractor BAE Systems have devised a new WMD that simultaneously kills and fries its targets using both traditional explosive gun rounds and a laser.
Ooh, good times.
Good times.
And finally, here's a new musical instrument that involves a slightly less dangerous laser, leveraged to lay luscious licks across that fretboard. The laser input can be fed into a computer capable of creating any sound pattern the musician can imagine, not just limited to a standard MIDI library.
You know, that would make for a great Guitar Hero or Rock Band controller now that Harmonix isn't making them anymore. I mean, you could take that laser and it's the red button.
Kind of like cheating?
No, just map it to a button press instead of a MIDI control. You know, MIDIs are just numbers. And
you work on that.
I will. And here's another person I'm going to put to work because about a month ago I promised I would mentor him, and he hasn't really shut up about it since. Mike, you got 1 minute.
Hey everyone, this is Mike Tesla, and it's time for my minute. Here's an interesting story that the whole family is sure to love. According to GameRevolution.com, an old patent filed by Sony back in 2008 has been released showing, wait for it, the Sony PlayStation Interactive Doll. That's right. According to the article, the doll was designed for in-game action and would feature such extras as storage media, external USB or Ethernet ports, an onboard processor, and even Wi-Fi and Bluetooth capabilities. But wait, that's right, there's more. The doll would also be capable of sensing human touch and, for the creeper in you, would come equipped with a refillable liquid reservoir and a, quote, means to release the liquid. Suddenly I'm getting all nostalgic again for Tomb Raider. I'm just going to let that thought sink in for a bit. Leave your comments on the website, please. And finally, in other news, a recent study by Nielsen has revealed that in just 3 years, consoles have overtaken computers as the most popular means for watching Netflix. And to waste time. There's nothing quite like the sight of all of your friends watching Netflix on the PSN. Well, since of course you're filled with jealous rage because the internet's too slow to download the required 1.5 megabytes per second. I'm okay. Just calm down, everybody. I'm Mike Tesla, and that's all I got.
Well, a little disappointing. We covered Netflix last week, Mike.
I thought that was very informative. I thought it was a great story. Thank you.
I thought with all the viewing on Netflix that I see you doing on the PSN, you might like a double take of that story.
That's irrelevant. We'll talk after the show. Don't worry about it. In the meantime, I'm Nick.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike.
And you just got the Technopoly 411.